It's Level Cherry. We are only about 2 weeks into the new year and we've already been hit with great news and huge announcements in the gaming world. It seems like 2022 is gonna be a great and amazing year for gaming. I'm really excited because there's gonna be so many huge titles being released during the whole year, and a lot of them are gonna be released in the next few weeks, so we don't have to wait for long to get great new games and huge gaming titles that we've been waiting for years, and several of them have been delayed, and it seems like they're being finally released this year. So let's see what 2022 is going to bring for us. There's going to be too many great titles coming out for me to cover them all in this video. But no platform is going to be left out. If you are a PC gamer, if you prefer the PlayStation 5, if you're an Xbox fan, if you love the Nintendo Switch, it doesn't matter, because I promise you, this year you're about to find your new favorite game. There is something for every taste. So now in this video I want to show you the greatest, most anticipated titles that are going to be published in 2022. The new year is already kicking off great in terms of game releases. We have Pokemon Legends Arceus being released January 28th, so we don't have to wait for long anymore. The great thing about this Pokemon game seems to be that it's going to be so much different to any other Pokemon game we had before. Especially because it seems like we have an open world game here, and you can't get around but seeing the similarities to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Anyway, we have a totally new system here. We still gonna catch Pokemon, we still gonna fight, and we still gonna complete a Pokédex, but this time, this is the first Pokédex ever, because Pokemon Legends Arceus is set far before the start of any other Pokemon game before. So we're playing in a historic ancient time where Pokemon trainers have just begun collecting Pokemon. Next up is Horizon Forbidden West, being released February 18th for PS4 and PS5 only. Well, if you played Horizon Zero Dawn, you're probably burning to find out how the story goes on with Horizon Forbidden West. This game is highly anticipated because it doesn't only look great, it has a great gameplay and a good story. Either way, we have great fighting, huge monsters, and as usually, we are fighting all these robotic monsters. I'm looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West, February 18th. The most anticipated game of the year, Elden Ring, is being released on February 25th. And you will find this title for PC, Xbox One, Series X and S, and the PS4 and 5. If the story doesn't seem amazing enough to you already, you will be glad to know that Elden Ring has been created in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, who is the writer of the Game of Thrones series. Elden Ring looks promising, it looks great, and we have a lot of epic battles. We have huge bosses. It looks very creative. A lot of people say it reminds them of Dark Souls and criticize the similarities to Dark Souls. Either way, Elden Ring, February 25th, seems to be a great game. And will it gonna be the game of the year? We don't know. What we know is that Elden Ring definitely will have to compete with a lot of other great titles that are being released in 2022. For example, with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands being released March 25th for any other platform than Nintendo Switch, unfortunately. But you will be able to get this great title for Xbox Series X, S1, PlayStation 4 and 5 and PC. It seems like we're gonna have a great story here, great characters, and a lot of crazy fun. So, if you played the Borderlands series before, you will be familiar with the main protagonist of this Borderlands spin-off, which is Tiny Tina. And of course, it's gonna have a lot of boom and action to it. Not only great aesthetics, we have fun gameplay and new character classes that haven't been introduced in any of the Borderlands games before. But we have familiar characters and a kind of familiar gameplay. So if you like shooters with a little bit of magic and a lot of crazy, then you're gonna be definitely enjoying Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. One title that I've been looking forward to for ages is Stray, which is going to be released somewhere early 2022. The date has been delayed, so hopefully this is going to happen in the next few months. And Stray is coming to PlayStation 4 and 5 and PC, so not every platform will have this title. What we know so far about this game is that we play as a little stray cat in a dystopian big city that is filled with robots and a lot of action-packed puzzles. It will be interesting to see what it feels like playing as a little cat. It's going to be interesting to find out where the story is going to. A very surprising and beautiful title that's going to be released in spring 2022 is Kirby and the Forgotten Land for Nintendo Switch. As I told you, no platform is being left out this year, and Kirby Forgotten Land looks very promising and completely different to what we know from Kirby before. It seems like Kirby just wakes up stranded on this beach of this island, or maybe just piece of land, and that has this city that's been left in ruins. So we don't know where the people are. We all know there's some wild animals. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land looks very, very interesting, and it looks like we have a kind of open world game here, which is completely new to the Kirby series. To me, it looks like a mixture of Mario Odyssey and some Mario Galaxy games. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, somewhere in spring 2022. On May 24, Square Enix, well known for the Kingdom Hearts and the Final Fantasy series, is gonna spoil us with the title Forspoken, which is exclusive to PS5 and PC. Yes, you heard right, this game is not going to be released on PS4, unfortunately, and as this seems to be a highly demanding game, if you can't get your hands on a PS5 to release, you will have to have a good gaming PC to be able to play Forspoken. Otherwise, Forspoken seems to have a great gameplay with a lot of action and a great story too. So our main character, who finds herself out of the sudden in this high fantasy world full of dangers and magic, has not experienced anything like this before. So she has to fight her way through the world of Forspoken and figure out how did she get there, how does she get out, if she wants to get out, because this looks really, really awesome. Like, why would you want to leave this? Yes. God of War Ragnarok, yay! Finally coming 2022, when we don't know, September, probably. Some people say September. We can't really say exactly when God of War Ragnarok is going to be released. All we know that this is going to be an exclusive title for PS4 and PS5, as we know that the God of War series is one of Sony PlayStation's flagships. Ragnarok is this time set in the world of the Norse mythology, and we have our well-known character Kratos, who fights against mythological gods, who are this time Norse gods. Ragnarok is highly anticipated and looks like one of the best games going to be released for PlayStation this year. Admittedly, Sonic Frontiers is probably the game that surprised me the most when I watched the announcement trailer. Sonic Frontiers is going to be released holidays 2022 on PS4, 5, the Xbox One X and S, and PC. Can't help it but see an influence from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. For example, we have the open world and we have some boss fights like we've never experienced them before. It looks amazing and great and very stunning. So I'm looking forward to Sonic Frontiers, especially because we will also have the new movie coming out this year. So Sonic Frontiers is gonna be lit. Haven't we all been waiting for a game like this? Hogwarts Legacy. It's coming out somewhere in 2022. Hopefully we don't really have a release window yet. All I can say is, unfortunately, the Nintendo Switch is going to miss out here again. But you see the stunning graphics, I don't think the Nintendo could handle that anyway, not this generation console. Hogwarts Legacy, this is going to be epic. We've never experienced any Hogwarts games in this kind of graphics before. The story is set far, far before Harry Potter was even born. In the Harry Potter world, of course, and this is set in the late 1800s. So we have our famous Hogwarts school. We're meeting some new characters, but also some well-known like the Talking Head, and we also have broom riding classes, we have some potion classes, so we will experience a lot that we like from previous Harry Potter games as well as from the franchise in general. So lots of magic, lots of funny creatures. We'll be looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy, and hopefully it will still come out this year because I can't wait to play a new Harry Potter game. Look at this. We're gonna be so amazed by this. I think it's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy, another highly anticipated game that is coming out to the Nintendo Switch. So yes, not missing out on this game, Nintendo users. We have sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild being released in 2022. We don't know. I hope it's coming 2022 because it has been delayed before. We don't have a proper window yet. And we don't even know the official title yet. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is very long and just a working title. We don't know much about the game yet, so I'm hoping that when there is going to be another Nintendo Direct, that we get another trailer, more pictures of the gameplay. What we see so far is really good and really great. And of course, as a sequel to Breath of the Wild, we will experience a similar gameplay and probably a similar story. Guessing we're fighting some kind of Ganon again, and we have our dungeons that we had in Breath of the Wild. It's probably gonna be a little different to what we experienced before, and there's gonna be a little more variety. That's what I read so far or heard so far. I don't really know what we can expect from the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. All I know is I'm looking forward, and I'm sure most Nintendo Switch users are too. So thank you for watching, hit subscribe if you like this video, and stay sweet!